Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to the Sunday recap, my weekly vlog where I talk a bit about my last week in games. And as always, we'll start with EVE Online, and well, it has been a rather slow week on TQ for me. In EVE Online did a little bit of exploration, but really not much, and other than my PI and my contracts, which I did do another run, this time in Minmatar space to set up contracts for BPCs. That's really all I have done on TQ. On the other hand, I did spend a little bit of time on the test server because CCP organized a mass test and has deployed some of the first changes that they are planning for the game in their upcoming releases. The first one is a fleet finder feature that'll come to the agency. I guess that they want that visibility to be increased. I myself really don't use the current fleet finder in the game, but it should not like replace or interfere with it. It should be like something that's added on top of that in order to be able to find public fleets a little bit more easily. And then the second feature is the transition effect when you take a gate. So when you jump through a gate, it's pretty good. It had some timing issues in the previous iterations, but this time honestly it feels pretty damn smooth, and I've said it many times, but I like how it keeps you in the game a little bit more, as you can basically follow your ship for like 95% of the time now, rather than having that full chunk of a jump through a gate be without being able to see your ship, and that can take you out of the game a little bit. I usually just quickly glance at another screen whenever I take a jump in EVE Online at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see that come to TQ. I think it looks very promising. The mass test itself had a decent amount of people. I thought it went pretty damn smoothly. So did the fight at the end. We took a lot of jumps, including Sino jumps with a big fleet, separate jumps, and all of that good stuff. So I think it was pretty thorough, and I myself did not experience any problems. There's also tie-dye testing that was done in there. So I felt like all the steps were done, and that the feature is looking pretty promising. And then we also joined the fleets there through that fleet finder. Honestly, for the mass test, it's going to be pretty handy for you to then choose fleet W or fleet X. And well, this time we had a pretty balanced situation because you can also look at the number of players that are participating in a certain fleet. So I was in W as always. It was definitely a lot of fun, and it's always nice to have some fun playing EVE Online, getting a sneak preview on some of the features that they're planning, and just joining those mass tests and being part of that experience. So that's also a way I play EVE Online, and then I feel like it helps me create content as well, and helps me stay up to date and in touch with the game quite nicely. So then what else have I been putting my time into? And that's actually more space engineers. I actually decided on starting a new save game, a new world by myself, just to really get to grips with those basics and try to push through to those different points that you need to go through by myself, because I've been playing a lot with my brother now. Our schedules have, I would say, decoupled a little bit, so there's going to be less time for me to play with my brother at the moment. But that's all fine because he did a lot of that stuff for me while we were playing Space Engineers together. So he, for instance, would know, all right, now you need to make a basic assembler and a basic refinery. That's how you get your first O2H2 generator, your first medic spot, and all of that stuff, your respawn spot, build a base here are the basics for the vehicles. All of that stuff I didn't know, and he actually did for me, basically speed ran me through the getting to know the game. And so I'm trying to experience that on myself at the moment, and I'm really stuck on that cube meta, on trying to create cube looking bases and ships at the moment. So that's what I'm planning to do there, sort of a cube land, you could say, where I'm sort of trying to be like the genesis of the Borg, where I get lots of resources and then start creating cubes that'll fly all over the place and do cool stuff. That's sort of the vision. We'll see if I manage to get there. So far, it's absolutely been a blast. My second loading, you could say, at the start, you do want to load so that you can get a good start, was perfect. Landed on a lake. I could do lots of stuff, and I have also found a friendly and unfriendly signal on that planet. So I don't really know what to expect there. We didn't have that when I was playing playing with my brother. So overall, yeah, just a pretty intense week, I would say, of playing more Space Engineers, getting through those basics again, making that basic refinery assembler, then a regular refinery and a regular assembler, and getting some storage, building a small base in the form of a cube. I'm also drilling down for resources in basically a second cube component to my base. Everything is meant to be in cube shape, and I'm just having really a lot of fun with the sandboxy nature of Space Engineers. You can really go crazy and do some very cool stuff in that. So that was really my week in games, guys. A little bit of EVE Online, loved the mass test, and then Space Engineers basically sucked me in to its sandboxy vortex of goodness, and it's a blast to play as well. So there you go, that was my last week in games. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you next time.